What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another team build video. Now this time I'm going to be doing my favorite sponsor, Rutherford. Love blowing stuff up, the headshots, rapid fire, return fire, just love that amount of carnage. For this team, I'm going to be using this Plymouth Barracuda and this Nissan Truck. I'm going to be sticking with a monster truck for the Nissan and just a regular old car for the Barracuda. Lots of stuff going on here. Got the exhaust pipes coming from French Forge, the bendable armor, and some rams. This one at least coming from Finns Custom. Wheels, of course, from Angel of Combustion. Really liked how the water slide decals from the Warden team turned out. So I'm going to be using the Fighting Pirannha Graphics again. This time I'm going to be using the Wolf's Dragoons, which is actually one of my favorite mercenary units from Battletech. And for the paint this time, I'm going to be going with the actual Citadel color spray to get these base coated instead of going with the Monument Hobbies. I know, kind of shying away from them for just a minute, but I'll probably be coming back doing some touch-up work with their stuff. But yeah, so let's start getting everything together and we'll see how this turns out. But first of all, we got to get these babies into the stripper. Alright, so here we are, all primed up and ready to go. Got everything taken apart, obviously, and I got the decals cut out. Like I said, I'm going to be using the Citadel color spray, so that part's going to go really easy. I'm going to have to prime the weapons and wheels and stuff and the armor with some blacks. We'll get that done. Not really entirely sure if I'm going to be keeping the big old engine in the back for the truck. We'll see how it turns out, but I know I'm going to change out the engine for the car, so I already cut that out. So yeah. I'm going to take these outside to get these sprayed because don't do that indoors, and then I will get the rest of the accoutrement all sprayed up, and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, we're all primed up and ready to go. Got all the base coat of green going on, got everything silvered up and painted on. So we're going to start getting them back together, and then we'll kind of figure out where we're going to go as far as the engine for the truck, get the engine in the car, get some armor and stuff going on. Obviously I've got several different weapons to choose from. Really haven't decided which one I want to go with yet, so figured do a bunch of them, why not? So let's get everything back together, and then we'll start doing some more of the fine detail work and stuff on there, the headlights, taillights, and all that other stuff, get the ram on there and whatnot. And yeah, then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so we got the armor and stuff all on. Obviously, had to make some shift and stuff on there. I didn't really like the way the other armor was fitting on, but was able to trim it up and get it on the truck, so I got that going on. Obviously, got some touch-up work we need to do. A little overpaint stuff on there. Gonna get it all weathered up and stuff now. Gonna throw some agrax on there before we get the decals on there just to make it look right. So let's get some agrax on there and then put the decals on. Alright, we're all grunged up and ready to go, ready for some decals and stuff. Got the weapons and stuff picked out that I want to use. I had to change gears a little bit on the engine. The last one wouldn't fit, but that happens. Like I say, don't fall in love with your bits, pieces when you're putting stuff together, and try to make it work, because usually it won't. So yeah, let's get the decals on there, and then we'll start getting the rest of these babies put together. Alright, so I got all the decals and stuff on there, looking pretty good. I like how that red is standing out against the green and the grunge and stuff, looking pretty nice. So we're going to use some chipping now with the MIG chipping solution and the oil sponge method. Then we'll start getting everything put together, and then we'll do a little bit more of the weathering with the rust and whatnot, because after all, it is Gaslands, right? So let's get some chipping done, and then I'll get everything put together and do some more weathering. Alright, everything's all put together. Got the weapons and the ram and stuff on there. Got the wheels on there. Looking pretty good. Got a little bit of weathering going on. Gonna do a little bit more rusting and stuff. And then a little bit of dusting, and then we will be good to go. But yeah, these things are looking pretty badass. Looking very Rutherford. So let's get some rust on there to make it all Gaslands, and get some dust on there, and then we'll be good. Alrighty, and there we have it. One Rutherford team, 50 can each for each vehicle, so coming in at 100 cans. Looking pretty badass. Really loving those decals. Yeah, came together pretty nicely. Monster truck for the other vehicle. Looking pretty good. Loving those pipes. Always love those pipes from French Forge. Just look great. Alright, let's talk about how I spec these babies out. Right here we have Bite coming in with 50 cans. It's got rapid fire, headshot, return fire, armed handgun of course, turreted minigun, and a shotgun, armor plating, and an extra crew member. Over here, of course, we have Bark. This one is a monster truck, Deadeye and headshot, armed with a turreted minigun, and obviously that big old ram. If you enjoyed this video, or if you learned something, why don't you hit that like button? I would really appreciate it. If you want to get notified when new content drops and support the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe. I would really appreciate that as well. Until next time, Gaslands NorCal, signing out.
Citadel.